Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Oh, great risings, great risings. Even before I turned the camera on, I was like, great risings. I tell you. Hey, good morning. How was y'all night? Let's get this party started. Oh, yes, indeed. Grand risings in your home, in your life, in your business, in your work, in your church. Grand risings. Yes, indeed. Great risings. All this morning while stretching. Great risings, Vicky. Great risings. Yesterday is way better. Well, yesterday was good. Today is better. But it was the whole recycling thing that threw me off. So I made sure not to do that again. I didn't do anything but let the dog out, feed her, and come down here. Now, I do realize that the selfie stand, tripod stand my daughter got me, which is excellent, but I'm going to use it for the bike riding because it's not tall enough for the treadmill, because the treadmill, oh, Betsy Boo Boo, is really tall. So, we're going to do that. That's it. So, it has a nice light on it. But, something else will come along. Great risings. Not surprising. All the wonders that's in store for us, right? All the victories, all the prosperity, all the success that comes with great risings. Oh, good morning. I could open it. I took the dogs out. I had on my, when I let the puppy out, dogs. When I go back to that upstairs, I let the two dogs out, but just the puppy this morning. And it's pretty chilly out there. And what are these? These are cotton tops. So they breathe. And it's wonderful for down here. And it's wonderful for sweating in when I start sweating. And we start our little walk. Yes, indeed. And we squeeze our gut. And this is Thursday. And we're pretty near a week into our 5th month of walking every morning except Sundays at 7 a.m. Yeah. I was thinking this morning, I was like, okay, old lady, don't delude yourself. If you got a couple of friends off Facebook, you're lucky. Because old people exercising and even walking and alive or YouTube. Ain't everybody kicking down doors for it. But in my mind, to see what I had this morning when I was stretching, I was like, who wants to see a delusional old woman who walks every morning at 7 o'clock and believes that her friends are walking with her, and we're like in a row. We meet up at 7 like we met here, and we're just walking. And we're all walking, and then when I talk, I look over at you. I look to see how you're doing. And then in my mind, you don't say anything back to me because I'm not crazy. But I can't imagine this to be like something folks would be, hold on, let me do an adjustment. Folks would be like kicking down doors to get at. So, I know it makes me feel good. And we're in our 5th month. And I know my body probably looks all rubbery and jelly to you, but awful, feels awful tight for me. And it's just from a little half-hour walk. You know, I do stretch outs for like 15 minutes, and we're going to record that. And when I get the backdrops of a park in the evening, and I get my barbells, then 3 times a week, 7 o'clock in the evening, jump on the bike and do 15 minutes. And I imagine that won't be standing on. We're past 5 minutes already. I'm sure no one will be kicking down doors to join me in that, but maybe a couple of faithful few. The faithful few. When I was a child, I couldn't say fruit. I couldn't say fruit. I used to say feud. Oh. Strange that, right? Oh, and I just gotta get the birds in the background. I gotta get duty-free bird noises, so Facebook and YouTube don't strike the video. I think I can find it. Duty-free bird sound. And then while we're riding along, and the backdrop is the evening sun and the trees. And I have the birds chirping in the background very lightly. And us on our bike. And I want the weights because we can do, see, I can't do it here, but we can do our arm exercises with the weights on the bike, which is fun. I think it's fun. I think it'll be me, the bike, and the barbells. So, we gotta wait till the backdrop comes in. And the barbells should be before June, or June, or at the start of June. Yep. And then they'll take us through summer. Squeeze your gut. I guess sometimes I go in my head when I exercise, because a lot of times when you're at the gym, sometimes you have people to talk to, you know, like if Paul, I think about Paul all the time because he'd walk in and find you and start talking to you, and the next thing you know, the hour is over with. And you don't have to say anything, you just say, just laugh on cue, and he just goes on, and next thing you know, the time is up. But I live in my head sometimes so much that I can't keep up the conversation. And at the beginning it was exciting. I had to keep it, but now it's just like, just focus on the walk. That's almost halfway over. Sweat. I guess I'm concentrating on squeezing my stomach, squeezing my gut. Hey, 10 minutes already. Yes, indeed. 10 minutes already. And when I get finished from this, I go upstairs, put, but I'm old, because I've been doing stuff since, I gotta wake up at 3. But it's easy for me at 3 because when I was heavy into my writing, I would wake up at 2 to get everything done, my mind straight, my work area, get the coffee on, etc., and cigarettes, ashtray, get everything straight. And at 3 o'clock I would start writing. And I would write from 3 a.m. to 8, sometimes 9. Every day. And then I had to get a real job. And that's what it was. When I was unemployed, this was Susan was saying, I'm like, oh, I'm unemployed. She was like, now you go back to being a writer. And then when I get a job, I was like, oh, I'm not a writer anymore. I'm a receptionist. Or I'm on some other rich-paying job. Never enough to save. You know. Sure. I mean, a lot of people do it. I remember I worked with this woman who basically gave up everything to be in this country club. So there was no luxuries in her life. They had this car that they used, which was like country club car. And then a little junky station wagon she used to drive around. And they basically had no money. The husband was a big shot in New York. And that's how he got all his money. They came, of course, from Europe. And made all their money. Then they moved to Greenwich, Connecticut. And he went crazy. So he lost his job. And the only salary they had was her salary. You know, the kids had grown and went to live on their own. And the only money they had was what she was making from a town job, which was pretty good. But, like, I worked with her and we should have been working. We used to have to go get her garbage because she didn't pay for garbage removal. And in that town, you didn't have to. I never went in a house. I could pull up, but I could never go in. But she said the most important thing to her was to keep that country club membership. So, some people could take my little change that I was making and save. But I wanted to buy salt and put it on my food. And that's about as extra money as I had out of any job I ever worked. Salt money. Salt was a privilege. The first part of this walk, this air is cool coming in here, is brought to you by the book I wrote, So Nobody Strikes Me. Call I Like to Say Yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to your child. Look at these brightly colored pages. Look how beautiful. And action kids, they're always running, jumping, and playing. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to your child. You can get I Like to Say Yes from Archway, Barnes & Nobles, and Amazon. Let's get our water. And my juice. Now, I know I have a dilemma here. I found this Jamaican restaurant that makes the juice way stronger. Oh, thanks for the love. Way stronger than the juice I make. And it's like $5 for like a big cup. So I was thinking, maybe to get 2 cups. Oh, hey Joan, good morning. Thanks for coming on the walk, right? Get our exercise on. Let me line this up a little better. Let me line this up. This is lining. YouTube is lining perfectly. One day I'm going to switch the cameras and make the YouTube camera Facebook camera, if that's possible. Okay, let's do our second half of the walk. Let's speed this baby up. Thanks for the love, Joe. Squeeze your gut. Let your stomach carry the weight. Don't put the weight on your hips or your knees. Squeeze your stomach. Squeeze your stomach. Squeeze your gut. This helps me. Sorry about this. Just had to adjust the YouTube camera. I look at the videos. They give me strength to go on, to carry on. Less than a minute. Squeeze your gut. Less than 30 seconds. Squeeze your gut. Less than 15 seconds. Yes. Yes. Oh. 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 Yes. Oh. Hey, good morning. Hey, Diane. Did I say good morning to Canada? I tell you. Great risings, Canada. Great risings, Canadians. Oh. I guess I'm trying to replace great risings with a phrase I was saying since I learned to talk. But I don't want that phrase anymore. I don't want it in my life. I want great risings. Greater risings. Greatest risings. My life, job, business, in your life, in your home, in your business, great risings. To your health, great risings. To your financial situation, great risings. To family, great risings. Oh, that was nice. Whew. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the short walk is almost over, y'all. Oh, 5 months and my body is so happy. I didn't let it down. Let's do fingers. Electrons, neutrons, and protons. Make sure everybody's firing. Firing off. Firing off. Send the message. We getting the message. Are we getting the message down to the pinky? Is the pinkies getting the message? Can the pinkies relate? Let me do this again. Okay. Okay. And then, okay. One. Okay. All right. Everything's firing off. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Oh, working for me. Working for me. And I'm a good employer. I take care of y'all. I give you the right things to eat. I exercise you. And I love you. I love you above anything else. Yes, I do. I love me. Happy as can be. Yes, indeed. I have music in my head all the time. I should have been a songwriter. I have music in my head all the time. Anytime I call for it, I can pull a song out anywhere. All the dogs love it. Especially when we got Ebony. And I just looked at her little puppy eyes. And I just wanted to let her know that this is her forever home. And I said, how could I do that? And then a song came to me. And this is the song. Ebony, Ebony, she's the member of the family. Family, we love her, yes indeed we do. Indeed we do. 'Cause she knows how to do the boogaloo. And we love her every night and day. No matter what she does or what she says. She's our Ebony. And then I used to look at those little puppy eyes and they would be smiling. And I was like, you're our Ebony. So you see, I can pull out a song for anything. 15. We only did 10 yesterday because of the yard work. But let's not bring that up. Squeeze in your gut. Push your belly button all the way to your spinal cord. Tuck your elbows in. See, this is good for me because I lift pots and stuff. And I lift things that's heavy and stuff like that. So that's why this exercise works for me. I mean, I can pick up anything and, well, anyway. I know like a lot of you got husbands, so you don't need to do things like that for yourself because you got him, but 15. Squeeze your gut. And one for good luck. Woo! I should have did my breathing. Whoa, less than 2 minutes. Woo! Oh. Oh, yes indeed, y'all. Oh, this little quick 30 minutes, faster than this job. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, happy to be walking. Oh yes, I'm happy. Walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. Yes, y'all. 30 minutes. See you YouTube tomorrow morning.